So what's interesting is that, for weeks, right, since the election, we've been saying that the media is full of shit. I mean, fake news left and right. Everyone knows it. And it just doesn't seem to get any traction. And then one of my favorite actors comes out, Denzel Washington, comes out and says, the media sells bullshit. And of course, what happens? Everyone pays attention. Now, why is everyone paying attention with Denzel Washington saying something? Well, I have my own views on this. You may not share my views, but I'll tell you why. First, I love Denzel Washington. I hated him in Training Day, but that's because he did such a good job. I hated his character. And he won an Academy Award for that, and he should have, because he was so damn good. But really, any movie Denzel's in, any Tony Scott movie Denzel did before Tony Scott jumped off a bridge and killed himself, uh, it was good. It was good. Even if the storyline was kind of played out and corny, Denzel's amazing. Amazing. So Denzel Washington comes out, basically says, as we know, 24-hour news cycle, they don't care about being right, they just want to be first, and because of that, it's not truthful, and, he starts questioning what responsibility they have to tell the truth, and basically says, just sell it, sell it, any practice if you could, including bullshit. It was nice to hear. It was great to read from someone in Hollywood. Someone, because Hollywood for so long has been trying to tell us, the plebes, what to believe. George Clooney sits up there and just kind of shakes it off and says, Trump will never be president. And Michael Moore's fat lesbian Michael Moore says, he should disrupt the inauguration. But it's ridiculous. Lately, Mark Wahlberg recently came out and said, you need to stop talking politics. Hollywood, you're out of touch. And then, of course, Denzel comes out. I think the big thing for Denzel, and I'm going to pull this out of the Democratic playbook. I think another reason why it hits harder than someone like Mark Wahlberg does is because Denzel's African American. Denzel's black, right? And we know that he's black. Obviously, he's black. And for many on the left, you cannot be black and be a conservative at all, or have conservative points of view, because it basically goes against the narrative of the Democrats, who love to play the race game. So I think especially when a powerful black actor comes out and says, y'all are fake news, it causes people to perk their ears up. And I'm just so happy that more people are calling it out. I mean, I know people have been calling it out, but unfortunately, it's not getting the traction as it should because we're not famous. You have a lot of people that are independent media, alternative media, if you will, on YouTube. Stefan Molyneux, Paul Joseph Watson, Mike Cernovich, Mark Dice, Bill Mitchell, the whole InfoWars team, Sargon of Akkad, Dave Rubin, all these people that put out fantastic content that's cutting through the bullshit of the media because they're just being honest. And honestly, sometimes honesty can be a bit ugly, but at least we're honest about how we feel. Milo Yiannopoulos is another one that's getting, of course, a lot of flack. And Ben Shapiro. Although Ben Shapiro, as he's more traditional media, although he's being kind of cast aside now because he's no longer with Breitbart, and he doesn't regularly show up on cable news outside of Fox for the most part. And they're able to cut through, and I think they're able to touch so many people because we can tell they're being genuine about how they feel. For example, I'm not a lib. I mean, Dave Rubin, God bless him. Seriously, God bless that guy. He's a Democrat, and I feel bad for him, and I've said this on Twitter. I feel bad for him because he is probably watching his party light itself on fire, and there's nothing he can do about it. And he's now gone from calling them the progressives to the regressives, and he's right about that. And I can't imagine what that must feel like. I've never been part of any particular party. I just have been able to kind of objectively watch the left go further to the left. Some of them on the right go further to the right. But really, in many ways, in the Tea Party kind of went to more to the right. They kind of circled back to the middle to Trump under the idea of very basic concepts of slower taxes and less government regulation in our lives, which a lot of people gravitated towards in this election. So it's very funny how this is all working out. But these cast of characters, if you will, are cutting through in such a way that I think it's disarming the media, the mainstream media, and with Twitter you can directly connect with those people that you see on MSNBC or CNN quite easily, and they do see what's being posted. And I've been off Twitter for a while. I got back on recently post election, and I'm quite amazed with the vitriol that's thrown at the media when they're tweeting these bullshit news articles and with these totally jaded headlines that are very negative towards Trump. And honestly, no matter what he does, there's going to be negative shots at him. And that's what's so funny is that now you have polls coming out with people saying how much happier they are with Trump and his approval rating going up, which totally undermines the negative reporting that the mainstream media is doing. So, in the end, thank you, Denzel. I gotta say thank you to everyone that I named. I have found that I watch YouTube for my news and information more than anyone else, and I know it's not fake. I can see through the bullshit when I need to, but for the most part, you gotta do your own research. So thank you guys. Take it easy. Visit the website, thegreatsilentmajority.com. Share your story, and I will talk to you later.